Sultan Of Sokoto should mind himself. He is not God, and they can never be our God. Sultan Of Sokoto is a Muslim. He should mind Allah and Muhammad. He can never force the Igbos, he can never force the Christians in Nigeria to begin to worship Muhammad and Allah. No, it is not possible. The man is looking for religious war. Yes, and he can never stop social media. Social media is unstoppable. That is the only way, the only avenue or platform or podium whereby Nigerians are, can express themselves. And this Fulani, let me say, oligarchs, Janjaweeds can never stop social media.
What happened has happened, and it's there written. You can't come and be through social media, but that's one terrorist organization, social media. Social media is a terrorist organization. What they do, put somebody in his comfort room and formulate stories, and you will see that it's true. So, social media is a terrorist organization that we must deal with. Security agencies must deal with this terrorist organization called social media. So we're not happy with what's been happening either on the plateau or other places.
Now, come to think of it, what is the reason behind Sultan of Sokoto saying that the social media is a terrorist organization? Well, I think I can guess the reason why he's saying so. Number one, there is a statement he made. He was caught on tape saying that the issue of Fulani terrorists terrorizing in Nigeria will never end. That if it will end at all, that it will be like 2 decades upwards, that is 20 years upwards. It trusts bloggers now, so we share the news. We make sure that the news went viral to the extent of some persons sponsor the news on their social media because that statement is indicting. In other words, he knows the reason why he's saying so. He knows the game plan. And he continued to say, and I quote, "There are so many things I'm supposed to say on social media, but if I say it now," he paused.
It has gone too long, too far, man, to tell the whole world what Nigerians were going through before inception of social media. Social media platform has exposed many perilities going on in Nigerian society, especially Africa. The African system, of course, because we've seen that if not for social media, the whole world wouldn't have known that the French and the English, after leaving Africa continent, they were still in control of Africans. Look at what is going on. Neo-colonization. The British are busy milking Africa again. The French are busy milking Africa. And if not for social media, who would have known what is going on in Burkina Faso today? Cote d'Ivoire, Niger Republic, Gabon, and so on and so forth. And many Francophones are springing up, uprising against the French. Look at Algeria. Just within this week, Algeria has expelled France. Yes, the French embassy is having issue right now in Algeria because of the same thing that went on in Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, and the rest of the Francophones in Africa. See, let me just, not digress. Let me treat the problem, many problems with Sultan of Sokoto. Sultan of Sokoto is for the caliphate of Sokoto there because they are Muslims and they are religious. He should have known how to talk or speak to the Christians who have been subjected to annihilation, decimation, incessant killings of the Christians going on in southern Nigeria. And the Sultan of Sokoto could not even visit Ebonyi State, Benue State, Plateau State, Anambra State, Imo State, and other states of the southwestern Nigeria, where the Fulanis have subjected the farmers, the Christians over there, to incessant genocide going on in Nigeria by Fulani people. See, Sultan of Sokoto should mind himself. He is not God, and they can never be our God. Sultan of Sokoto is a Muslim. He should mind Allah and Muhammad. He can never force the Igbos, he can never force the Christians in Nigeria to begin to worship Muhammad and Allah. No, it is not possible. The man is looking for religious war. Yes, and he can never stop social media. Social media is unstoppable. That is the only way, the only avenue or platform or podium whereby Nigerians are, can express themselves. And this Fulani, let me say, oligarchs, Janjaweeds can never stop social media. So I don't know, so 16 terrorists were at least caught Atorum, Edo State. Sadwana, you went to Sokoto and started instigating the rest of your Fulani brothers. That those Orome people were the Igbos. Something that happened in Edo State. Heavy accusation leveled against Igbo man who is busy doing his business all over the world. Sadwana Sokoto, you can never force Islam on Nigerians. You can force it on Nigerians anyway. Thank you, sir. Force it on Nigerians, but sir, you can't force it on Igbo man. It can never be entire Nigerians. The Yorubas, they have succumbed to you. But the Igbos, we are not possible. We are impossible. We can never bow to any foreign religion that is not well elucidated or known to our forefathers. Our ancestors are the Jews, and we can never, ever what? Submit to cowardism or intimidation from the Janjaweeds that actually migrated from Sahel countries of West Africa, the Fulanis. Listen and listen good. So I was going to go and visit those families in Plateau State. Visit those families in Niger State, especially Deborah Samuel's family, who have been given shelter, succor, let me say solace, in the faraway River State by the same Christians. A ministry. Listen, the ministry, the pastor paying school fees after actually, you know, made a roof to cover the heads, their heads. I mean, the parents of Deborah Samuel, the innocent girl that was at least mobbed to death, burned to ashes by all these religious fanatics who are having their field day in Nigeria because Sultan Of Sokoto is in charge of Nigeria. I reject it in Jesus' name. Can never be under, as an Igbo man, any Fulani tutelage. No. Enough is enough. Visit the families at Ebonyi State. Nobody actually cried for the innocent souls wasted while conducting night vigil at Lord Chosen Ministry in Ebonyi State. Many families, many children were killed by terrorists, Fulani terrorists. And you are a Fulani man. You are from the extraction of Fulani who have been killing and maiming. Federal government of Nigeria could not even hold one person responsible for over 10 years now, since inception of Major General Buhari regime, dictatorship. And listen good. No matter what you do, you can never stop the satellites. Stopping social media, meaning you are going to do what? Off the satellite on the orbits. Many of them are revolving. Doing what? Exposing what is going on in the dark. That's why I'm telling you that possibility of stopping or extinguishing the fire of social media platforms across the world or Nigeria is not obtainable. You can never, ever succeed on doing that. It is an impossibility. Very, very impossible. An impossibility, physical one. A physical impossibility to stop the satellite unless you go off the Nicosat. Yes, Nigerian satellite. That only one that is very feeble and weak, frail. Hovering on the atmosphere there. The only one that we have. Maybe you can go and stop it because you are the owner of a Nigeria and Niger, not Igbo land. See, Fulanis that are encroaching, wandering from Enugu to Anambra, paying people. You should warn them because, remember, Samuel Ekpa must come out. The Fulani terrorists in the southeast must stop. They can never keep on, killing and committing all manner of bloody blunders in the southeastern Nigeria. And nobody is questioning those headers who are grazing on people's farmland. That's why we're having food drought across Nigeria. Sultan Of Sokoto, I think the era we are now is .com age. We are no longer in archaic dark ages of the medieval period. It is a modern world. Fulani terrorists, I think they can no longer operate.
But as a leader, Sultan Of Sokoto, we know him to be a Muslim leader. He's not supposed to come out and kick against, this continuous attack, by the Fulanis against the Christian and the southeastern and the middle belt. He's not supposed to come out, but we've never had him come out to attack them.
Don't we have lawmakers in the house? What about Nwebonyi? Yes, what about Adam Ochowole? We are talking about Ned Nwoko, the like of the Theodore Orges. What about Falake? James? Is he not a Christian? What about Orges Okalo? These are Christians. They are watching this man stretching what his caliphate, tentacles or whatever you call you people term it or target from north to southeastern Nigeria, southwestern Nigeria, south everywhere. Are we Muslims? I am not. And Sultan of Sokoto cannot force my kinsmen to become Muslims. Whatever religious ideology they are coming out with is for them in the north. That's why they brought all manners of terrorist platforms that are operating across northern Nigeria today. Northeast, north, northwest has been infiltrated by Al-Qaeda, Lakrua, Al-Shabaab, Boko Haram, and the rest of, Hamas network all over Middle East Europe. They have been sponsoring what is going on in the north today. That's why United States of America has stopped their USAID grant to Nigeria because the money has been not serving the purpose for which it has been sending, to this country. So what are we saying? Sultan of Sokoto should know that we are no longer in a chaotic age. We are in a smart world. This is .com world. The world has graduated from dark ages, medieval age of Europe, Africa, to what? IT world. Look at Elon Musk, a man that is trying to help humanity. Sultan of Sokoto is saying that social media, modern technology, Western education is an evil because he still dwells on that kind of belief that Allah will give him 200 wives, virgins in heaven. Or anybody that kills some other human being, fellow man, you will rot in hellfire. Forget about people that have been, buried on that kind of ignorance, ignominy. That when you murder fellow man or force fellow man to any religion or to fight for your God, it is impossible. I can't fight for my God. My God is stronger than me. I rely on my God. I depend on my God. My God can never be looking at me to go and fight evil people. It's a lie. It is my God that will bring evil people to judgment and deal with them. Someone will be trying to, convince the Igbo man to dwell on Arabic, Islamic ideology. A foregone alternative various centuries ago. Nigerian Sardauna is still dwelling on ignominy of believing in superstitious and fictions. Old belief, a chaotic way of life, a chaism, and religion bigotry is the problem Nigeria is not grown today. We remain on the bottom table when you talk about third world development across the globe. Nigeria is on the bottom table. Religion bigotry.
State, the report we had that Boko Haram raided Borno State, we are yet to confirm it with Nigeria military helicopter. We are yet to confirm it, but I confirm that Boko Haram raided Borno State with military helicopter. But the report we are having that the helicopter was Nigeria military helicopter, and the governor of Borno State confirmed that the military helicopter was taken away from Borno State to other region.
Right now, we don't have single attack helicopter in Borno State. These attack helicopters were taken away from Borno State to the southwestern, northwestern states. We are not saying no, while trying to maintain law and order in northwestern states. They should also.
Yes, Zolom confirmed that yesterday in a video tape. Okay, go and fact check me. Now, social media is a terrorist organization because we are exposing a lot of things that shouldn't be on social media. We are living in a sophisticated age where even what you keep in your laptop that you will never release will leak it. A lot of people know what is going on and they don't want you to know. Like the issue happening in Plateau State, they don't want to talk about it. They don't want it to be on social media. It is because of criticism that make even mainstream media to start reporting what is going on. They suppress the media, they do everything. They are now telling you that social media is a terrorist organization. So their target, now watch out, their target is the bloggers. They will do all sorts of things to make sure they stop the bloggers, but unfortunately, they forget about this generation we are. Even though you stop internet in Nigeria, people will still report what is going on in Nigeria, okay? Because there are so many internets that work with satellite like Starlink and so on and so forth that you can't stop. Now, the second thing, why these people don't want you to know what is going on? Now, apart from the news you are hearing, blah, 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 do you know that Nigerian army, the way they work with Boko Haram is so interesting? Nigerian army work with Boko Haram to ambush their army. Take a listen to this video.
Better for army. It cannot better for army. This is where army don't do us, you know what better for them. Army don't sell us, finish. So they attack us, they ambush us. Army no better for them. No better for them at all. This is where army suffer us. Army suffer us. It cannot better for them. It cannot better for army. Army don't suffer us, finish. About the army don't support us. Army don't support us. Army don't support us. After they don't finish us, the army they send jet. They send jet. When they don't finish us, when the army don't finish us, they send jet. When the army don't finish us, we cannot stand.
Yes, army don't finish them. Okay, now waiting then they talk. Say army don't finish army. You understand the statement? So what is happening is that the military officials, they are making conniving with Boko Haram to they ambush on their fellow military men. I talked about how they capture about 20 soldiers. They brought out 3 people, whether the 3 people are Christians, but they are from the south, okay? I'm aware of that, they are from the south. They beheaded them. No statement from CDS, no statement from Tinubu, no statement at all. It happens in Yobe. Social media is a terrorist organization. They will tell you social media is a terrorist organization because they want everybody in the world to turn blind eye to what is happening in Nigeria. You know why? This is because they have a project of Islamizing Nigeria. They don't want you to see what is going on. Let me tell you, what is going on in Nigeria must unfold for everyone to see. Is it not in this Borno state that Andemodo Sherif from Boko Haram, and they gripped him? He said it's not, that it is Kashim Shettima, who is our vice president today from the Boko Haram. Is it not in Zamfara state, police told us that he arrested both lawmakers who are bandits, part of the terrorists? Is it not in Yoruba that day before yesterday, 4 days ago, they arrested DSS, Department of State Security Office, Service officials who are part of the bandits, aiding them, and they handcuffed them, they took them to Abuja. What is going on? What is going on? I tell you, social media is a terrorist organization, blah, 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 blah. And he is complaining that what has happened, that there is no need for us to talk about the killing in Plateau State on social media. That is where this statement from Sultan of Sokoto is coming. He is complaining that what has happened in Plateau State. No need to talk about this on social media because social media is a terrorist organization and security operatives have to deal with social media, not with Fulani terrorists. We are living in falsehood. We are living in falsehood. Nigeria is not sustainable. Nigeria is not sustainable. I find it difficult to comprehend how these people think in this age. Anyway, it is what it is. There was a broadcast I made some months ago, and I posted a video where Sultan of Sokoto made a statement. I will call it an exposition because he exposed a hidden agenda that people never thought or even believe, even as insecurity is ravaging Nigeria. And this is what the Sultan of Sokoto said. Listen to him.
I think it's important for us to tell ourselves the home truth, because we must tell ourselves the home truth. What we must do to challenge these bandits, because we all know the consequences of this banditry and insurgency on the morale and on our lives. Because it will take decades to get out of it, if at all we get out of it, because we all know the consequences and we know the problems.
I don't think you listened to what he said well. I don't think so. He said that it is going to take decades. You know what the meaning of decades, right? A decade is 10 years. 2 decades is about 20 years. So Sultan of Sokoto is saying that all this killing you are seeing, this banditry, this terrorism, especially by Fulani terrorists, that it is going to take minimum of 20 years for you to be able to stop it. He did not stop there. That one is a probability. He said that is if it is going to stop. That is to say, Sultan of Sokoto is just telling you that this thing is not going to stop because it is for a particular agenda. Okay? Follow me step by step in this video. Take a listen to what he said.
I think it's important for us to tell ourselves the home truth, because we must tell ourselves the home truth. What we must do to challenge these bandits, because we all know the consequences of this banditry and insurgency on the morale and on our lives. Because it will take decades to get out of it, if at all we get out of it, because we all know the consequences and we know the problems.
Now, as you continue to watch this video, you will see where the Sultan said that there are so many things he's supposed to say, but because he's on the camera, definitely they are going to upload it to the internet, so he don't want to reveal some certain things. But we know that, okay? There is no need. We know that. Now, he made a statement some months ago in is it not Kaduna? Yes, in Kaduna, where the whole northern ended. They came together, both the traditional rulers and politicians, to discuss about the consequences of this banditry of Fulani terrorists that is ravaging Nigeria from the northern part of the country. So that was the reason why they came together to start discussing it. But you see, I want you to first watch the full speech of this man. He's a very respected, what is it called, traditional ruler, okay? So when you finish watching it, there are a lot of things I want to discuss.
Once more, senseless killings of innocent people yesterday. Now we pray to Almighty Allah to guide us right in this two-day summit, come up with proposals to not end insurgency, because you cannot end insurgency everywhere, but to bring it to the minimum that people can go about their lives without let or hindrance. Distinguished Excellencies, I will not forget to recognize the former president who came all the way from Daura for this program. That shows his commitment and concern too, as a Northwesterner. And I think it's important for us to always pray for our leaders. Most people here and those listening, because I think this is televised, most people gathered are fairly very, very familiar with the causes as well as the consequences of the insecurity in this part of the country for the last 1 decade or so. Reports after reports, conferences after conferences, consultations after consultations, and of course recommendations after recommendations. Still, the problem persists. Why? It's time to ask the question, why are things still in the state they are today, despite the tons of money spent on procuring equipment for the services and also for the well-being of the personnel, and also what the governors have been doing to bring to an end this insecurity? We need to ask this question for us to discuss and move and know how to move forward. But without giving an answer to this question, we cannot go anywhere. We will come back to another conference again. We're still talking about the same issue, the same problem. I'd like to thank UNDP and other United Nations agencies and the German government for supporting this conference in this beautiful hall, very conducive to talk about issues of insecurity. But the real issues are talked outside the hall, where the people live, in the villages, in the towns, and in the markets, which I think we need to discuss here, so that the governors will have a way forward in what really we all must do together to bring these problems to a minimal level. I'd like to thank you and even other agencies, but I want to say, no matter how much support you give us, if we are not ready and willing to end these criminal activities, we can't succeed. We will be the ones to work for this and end these problems if we so desire. Nobody will come from somewhere to work for us. Nobody will come from the moon to solve these problems. We must solve our problems. So I'm very much pleased with this inaugural meeting of the Northwest Governors Forum. to once more talk about. We have had a series of conferences in the last 10, 12 years on these issues. And the last one we had in 2022